Controller of Examinations, JSS Science and Technology University. We extend a warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir. Dr. Nanjun Swami, sir, will be speaking on the examination regulations. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. I said good afternoon. Okay. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಲಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. So obviously I can understand with this environment and a good lunch, okay, what kind of status you have ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗುಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. As I said, I am belonging to examination section. And obviously, I need to speak about exams and whatever you are going to have for next couple of years, okay, regarding this process. But ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂಥರ ಇರಿಟೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. Why? The reason is you have already gone through so many examinations in your PU. Okay, to get into this professional course, you have gone through board exams, CET, COMET-K, JEE, and so on. So many examinations you have faced. And obviously, within a period of about probably 3-4 months, you'll probably have faced some couple of examinations regarding this. And definitely, I can understand what kind of mental status you have about the examination. But remember, all those examinations are meant for a specific purpose, that is getting into a professional course. But now onwards, after getting into professional course, whatever exams you are going to face, it is for a different purpose. Okay. By the way, first of all, what is examination? You will have some kind of questions which will be asked to you. It might be MCQ, as you said, seen in case of CET, or it might be descriptive in case of board examinations. There may be several ways of doing the examination, and you are all familiar with that. And you have taken that particular thing, okay, and you have answered the things, and you have secured some marks in that. And based on that, you are evaluated for a particular purpose. Similarly, here also, of course, we are going to have, but that is examination. But what is the purpose of examination? Why do we need an examination? Okay, what is the purpose? Getting score and getting into a professional program. That was the aim earlier. But now, the thing is, I'll tell you another thing. Like, for example, if you want to purchase something, let us say a smartphone, which you are all eager to buy. Obviously, when you go to a store, before going to the store, you'll have some set of idea in your mind, no? You need to buy a gadget which is having some specification. Obviously, you are going to decide about that specification. Okay, what you want, your expectations. Okay, you will expect a particular smartphone should have so much of size, such a color, so much of memory, so much of storage. Like this, you will have plenty of specifications associated with that. And that is all your expectation based on, of course, certain criteria. Ultimately, you are going to choose that a particular brand and all those things. So that means you are examining the available options, and then you are deciding based on your requirement certain things. Similarly, now, industry as well as the outside world is having some expectation on our engineering graduates. Okay, they will have certain requirements. They will specify certain specifications, what they want, what they are going to see in the case of a student after graduation. So a graduate should possess certain qualities which is to be measured. Okay, because one day they cannot assess you regarding your quality by conducting an interview or by conducting an entrance exam. They cannot decide about your capability. So they want certain kind of a measure which will reflect your capability so that you can get into their domain and you can fulfill or you can satisfy their requirement. Okay, so this is where examination comes into picture. Okay, so you will be studying here 4 years of degree program if it is BE, and if it is BBA or BCA or whatever, it is 3 years of program. And you will be undergoing training, okay, in the respective subjects and also on. So obviously, you need to have certain qualities achieved or gained through this particular training. How do you measure that whether you have gained that kind of a knowledge or not? That is where examination is going to play its role. Okay, so obviously the purpose of examination in this professional program degree is slightly different from what you used to have earlier. Okay, earlier goal was to get into certain professional program, maybe engineering, maybe medical or whatever. But now it is not that is not the criteria. Instead, we have a different criteria. Now you need to enter into a professional agency or industry, basically. So obviously, the kind of requirement is totally different when compared to the earlier ones. So you need to train yourself, okay, in such a way that you are going to satisfy whatever demand is there from the industry side. Okay, the training, of course, we are going to measure in the university by conducting the examinations. Okay, that is the major thing what you need to understand. So it is not just studying a subject and mugging up and then passing the subject or scoring high scores, whatever. Okay, that is not the criteria here. The criteria is slightly different when compared to that. Okay, you need to learn, you need to gain the knowledge, and you need to perform. So your performance is measured through examination. So basically, exams are required to measure your performance over next 4 years. Okay, so that is where we are going to have this examination thing. Okay, let us move on. Okay, I will just try to give you overall picture about how we are conducting the examination, what kind of examinations you are going to face. Okay, and ultimately how your performance is measured, and you will be awarded a degree after successful completion of your program. Okay, that's what I'm going to discuss about. Of course, before commencing that, I would like to ask the divine blessings of our Sutturu Guram Parapara, because we know this institution is slightly different when compared to other technical institutions. In the sense, we have both technical as well as ethical institutional logics here. So therefore, you have to understand, it is not just technical. Along with that, ethically also, you should be a graduate from this university. Okay. So main objective of our section, examination section, what we have in this university is these things. That is to basically provide the necessary information to you all, that is for students. And you know, present day, we mostly depend on the technologies. Okay, not like earlier days, like where we used to paste the notices on the notice board and students have to go through that notice board, etc. Because the technology is available today. So it is easy for us to reach you all regarding all the information, whatever we want to disseminate to all of you. Okay. So we are using the technologies like web-based as well as phone-based, that is through SMS and all those things, and as well as the portals, student portals, what we have. So through all those things, we are going to communicate the necessary details from the examination section as well as from the university. Okay. And another, of course, important job of our examination section is to conduct the examination and to perform the evaluation. Okay. And then in time, announcing the results so that your movement our progress will be in a smooth way. So that is our major objective. Okay. And of course, anywhere, most of the time it will be smooth, but sometimes we might face certain difficulties. Obviously, we need to address those issues in terms of grievances or whatever. Okay, we are there to address all those issues also. Okay, so this is the overall functioning of our examination section. Then, of course, a little bit of history, like as you are all aware, our institute at Constituent College, SJCE, has started long back, 1963. From then onwards, it was under Mysore University, and later on, okay, Visvesvaraya Technological University, VTU, and we got in 2007 autonomous status. That means we have become independent, okay, but still affiliated to VTU. So during that time, we had what the examination section was called as autonomous office in those days. Okay, in 2016, when university status was given to our institution, that is JSS Science and Technology University, from then onwards, we are calling our section as examination section of the university. Okay, so this is how it has developed over a period of time. Of course, when we were in Mysore University or VTU, it was that the exam section of that university used to perform every activity. But now we have become independent, in the sense autonomous. So obviously, sole responsibility is ours. Okay. So in that way, we are working in this examination section of the university. Coming to, of course, I believe in the previous session, Dean Academics has given some information about the way in which the courses are designed and evaluated. Specifically, I will concentrate on the examination part. When I say examination, it is not just the end examination. Okay. Probably you're all familiar with the examination system like annual examination. Okay. At the end of the year, okay, in your first VOC, end of the year, second VOC, end of the year, you used to have the board exam, and you are taking that as the annual examination. But here, we are having a semester-based thing. So our course is semester-wise. So every semester end, you will have an examination. Instead of annual, it is obviously semester end. But in addition to that, we have a scheme called as outcome-based education system. Okay, probably she has spoken on outcome-based education system also, and the credit-based, choice-based credit system. All those details already been discussed. So in that, one particular requirement is student is to be assessed throughout, not at the end of the semester. Okay, so you are learning over a period of time, that is in a semester of normally 16 weeks, you will be studying the things. At the same time, your performance should also be assessed. And therefore, we have two different components in the examination process. One is called as continuous internal evaluation. The other one is semester end examination. So semester end examination is as good as your annual examination, similar to that. Okay, but this continuous internal evaluation is something like what you used to have in your training of PUC. This one, no, every month you used to take tests, etc. No, in the same way here in the semester we have continuous evaluation in terms of events. Okay, so basically we are going to have 3 events, out of which 2 are compulsorily tests, which will be announced by the university and will be conducted accordingly, and it will be evaluated. That is, normally it will be a written test. Okay, you are going to have similar to whatever portion that is defined for that particular event. In that, you will get the questions, and you will be answering those questions in the written form, and it will be evaluated by respective faculty, and you will be assessed for that. Okay, so and the second event, normally event 1 and event 3 will be considered for test 1 and test 2, and in between we'll have another event okay, which is actually left to the discretion of individual faculty members. They can decide in what manner it is to be assessed. They can give you some quizzes in terms of MCQs, or it could be an assignment, or it could be a simple small project, or it could be a visit to some technical event outside, and then debating on that and preparing the reports, etc. Of course, all those things, what is the kind of evaluation for event 2 will be decided by the faculty in charge of that particular course. Okay, course means here basically subject. Okay, terminologies here and there will be slight changes when compared to your earlier concept. Okay, we call it as your branch as a program, like maybe civil engineering or computer science, etc. We call it as program, and subjects we will call it as courses. Okay, and each course will have credits and so on. These terminologies will come to know, okay, more clearly once you start learning the things. Okay, so basically you'll have 3 events, out of which 2 is test and 1 is decided by the faculty in charge of that particular course. Okay, they are going to tell in the beginning of the semester itself what it will be. Okay, so like this we are going to evaluate using 3 events, and the total share of these 3 events together is 40% of the total. Okay, suppose if your course is examined for 100 marks, then 40 marks is for continuous internal evaluation. Okay, 40 marks. Or that 40 marks is again split across these 3 events. It could be sometimes what they do is, okay, 30 marks plus 30 marks plus 20 marks. 30 for test, 20 marks is for event 2. So total how much? It was 80, then that will be reduced to 40, because 40% is the criteria to consider for final continuous internal evaluation. So thereby it will be normally considered in that way. Of course, it depends on individual faculty to alter slightly depending upon the requirement of the course and depending upon the department where it is decided. Okay. So, but overall, this is the picture. So finally, in your grade card, we are going to account for 40% of the marks for your continuous internal evaluation. And here there is a time. Out of 40, how much we need to score? 40 out of 40, that is expected. Okay, but everybody cannot reach that. Okay, and even everyone, if it reaches, then there is no meaning for that evaluation. Okay, relatively we'll have certain things, no? Okay, but there is a thing called limit and the minimum side. Okay, how much minimum I need to score in the continuous internal evaluation so that I can appear for the next one, that is semester end examination. So your eligibility criteria for taking up semester end examination depends on your CIE also. In the CIE, you need to score a minimum of 50%. Okay, what does it mean? If it is evaluated for 40, you need to score at least 20. Okay, so 20 and above is considered to be the criteria for eligibility to take up the semester end examination. Suppose if you score less than 20, then you are not eligible to take the semester end examination. You lose that particular subject or course. Okay, so minimum requirement. Okay, of course, I don't suggest you to aim for that minimum percentage. Okay, always aim for maximum, whatever is there. In between, if you get good, that is okay. Okay, so but always aim for high. I know you can do it. It is not a difficult thing. Okay. So that is regarding the events in continuous internal evaluation. And then once you are become eligible for semester end examinations, at the end of this, after the end of the semester, we'll conduct semester end examination, similar to your annual exams, whatever you have faced so far. In the same fashion, dates will be announced for a specific subject, and you will be coming to a specific room wherein you will sit and write. You will be given with a question paper, you will write the answers in an answer script, okay, and that answer script will be evaluated for as semester end examination evaluation, okay. So that is the finding, and normally that semester end examination will be conducted for 100 marks normally, except certain subjects which you will come to know later on, but for the time being we'll assume that it is for 100 marks. But we already evaluated you for 40 marks now, continuous internal evaluation. So obviously that 100 marks, whatever we are going to conduct for semester end examination will be reduced to 60. Okay, from 100 to 60 will reduce it. Whatever score you are going to have, proportionately it will be reduced to 60. And that part plus this CIE will be taken together for final declaration. Okay, so in the semester end examination, I told you it is for 100 marks. There also there is a minimum tag, gate. What is that? Minimum you need to score how much? 40%. Okay, 40% means 100 marks we are conducting the exam. So obviously you need to score 40. Okay, so this is the requirement. Once you score 40% in SEE, then we'll come to that another part, which I'll show you a little later. But before that, you try to understand that your eligibility is evaluated twice. Number one, at continuous internal evaluation stage, wherein 3 events will be conducted, and the average score, total score of that 3 events, which will be conducted for 40 marks, at minimum requirement is 20. If you get 20 marks, then you are eligible to take up the semester end examination. Okay, so that is one criteria. Second one, as I said, semester end examination, if you take up, it will be normally conducted for 100 marks, and you need to score a minimum of 40 in that to qualify. Okay, these are the two things. In addition to this, for semester end examination, there is one more requirement which is to be satisfied. What is that? Attendance criteria. So you are attending the classes, okay? So attendance criteria also comes into picture here. Okay, so attendance criteria is what? It is minimum of 85%. Okay, minimum of 85% you should possess as the eligibility criteria for the semester end examination. So if normally in a semester for a course, it will be around 39-40 classes. Okay, so for a course of 3 credits, okay, normally it will be 39 hours, okay, or 39 classes, let us say. Okay, so 40 classes if I take, minimum requirement I said 85%. So at least you should have how many? 85% of 40. 35 classes minimum. Okay, so you can have a flexibility of absenting yourself for 5 classes out of 40. Right? Okay, so but here the expectation is totally different. You need to have 100% attendance. 7% attendance is the requirement. Because I told you, it is not just like earlier things. This is a professional degree wherein you continuously will be learning. And even if you miss a few classes, obviously it is going to affect your learning process. And many a times, what happens, the event 2 may be conducted on a surprise way. In the class, they might announce that today is going to be conducted as quiz. And the event means, please remember that except test, that event 2 is there, no? That need not be on a single day. Okay, it can be conducted several times and can be averaged. That is also part. That is what I said, it is left to the discretion of faculty in charge. Okay, he or she can conduct, say, let us say 10 quizzes over this entire semester. And then all those 10 quizzes score can be combined and then can be reduced to event 2 score. Okay, so that way also they can conduct. So remember all these things and don't absent yourself for the classes. So preferably, of course, I can understand that some situations like health reasons or some other reason, you might be absent for certain classes, but don't try to absent yourself for more number of classes. And ultimately, from our examination section side, university side, the requirement is 85%. If you satisfy 85%, then only you are eligible for semester end examination. Clear? Okay, so these are the two things which we need to satisfy in order to take up the semester end examination. Number one, at least 50% in CIE. Number two, at least 85% in attendance. If you satisfy both, then only you will be eligible to take up the semester end examination. Am I clear about this? Okay, so this is the kind of thing what we have. Then next thing. Okay, I already discussed about this, that is continuous internal evaluation. Out of 40, you need to score 50% means 20 minimum. There is one more figure within the bracket. What is that? By the side of 20, what you are seeing? 21. I will let you know what it is. Okay. Then SEE, I told you it will be conducted for 100, but it will be reduced to 60. Okay. Out of 60, how much we need to score? 40%. That is 40% of 60 is how much? 24. Okay. 24 is the 40%. So that is there in the bracket over there. Why it is there like two values? When it is 20 and 24, I should get 44 together, but no. The passing criteria for each course is not just summation of those two, it is minimum is 45%. One more criteria here. Okay, total for CIE plus SEE, okay, total should be 45% minimum. That means out of 100, you need to score 45. That is the reason why we have two figures over there. Suppose if you have scored 20 in continuous internal evaluation, then you must score 25 in your SEE. If you have scored more in this one CIE, then you can minimum score it is expected is 24. Okay, in SEE. Together it should be more than 45. So all the three things you have to satisfy. What are the three things? Minimum 50% in CIE, then minimum 40% in SEE, then total minimum 45%. Okay, these three we need to satisfy, then only you are declared as pass. You are cleared that particular course. Okay, so this is the overall thing, and based on the mark, and of course, we are in our university, the system is not the absolute marks what we are going to declare. We are going to provide, okay, what we call absolute grading system. Okay, so absolute grading system means what? The main idea behind this is we don't want to differentiate a person who has scored 95 and 96, okay, or 98. Okay, they are all almost similar. No, 1 or 2 marks is here and there. It is going to happen. Okay, we want to group them as one category. Okay, so this is where the grading system comes into picture. So in this grading system, we have what we call absolute grading system only, not relative. Okay, it's absolute grading system wherein we are having the marks secured by each individual student, and the grade will be decided based on the table, whatever you are seeing on the screen. So if you have scored anything between 90 and 100, including 90, okay, 90 and 100, then you will be graded as S grade. Okay, that is the highest grade what we have for any course. Then if it is between 75 and 89, it is A, and 66 and 74 B, and so on till 45 and 49. Why I taken 45 minimum? That is the passing criteria, 45%. Okay, so obviously E grade is for that, and anything below 45 means you have failed in that particular subject. Okay, so these are the grading system what we are using. Then, in addition to this grading system, we need to declare each semester as well as the overall performance. No, okay, in each semester how you have performed, and together all semesters how you have performed. Suppose you are in third semester, means first, second, third semester, how together you have performed. That also should be indicated. This is where grade points comes into picture. Okay, so each grade in a specific course will have grade points, and we cumulatively take these grade points in each semester as well as over the semesters. And these two measurements are called as grade point average. Okay, one is semester end, semester grade point average. The another one is cumulative grade point average. CGPA and SGPA in short, we call it as. Okay, how do we calculate that? I will show you here. This is how the computation works. Don't worry about this computation. We are going to do that. Okay, but remember, okay, this is how, I mean, it will be considered all the courses in that particular semester for calculation of SGPA. Similarly, all the courses you have studied so far, okay, that will be considered for CGPA, cumulative. That itself indicates, cumulative means from starting from the first semester onwards till the present semester. That if you are in, say, fifth semester, up to fifth semester, you are already covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these things put together, what is your performance? That is indicated by CGPA. And in each semester, what is your performance? That is indicated by semester-wise, semester grade point average. So basically, we are going to compute grade point averages, and that will be your final thing. Okay, so each courses will have grades based on your absolute marks, absolute grading system, S, A, B, C, D, E. Those are the grades which we are allocating, and of course, fail, F is the grade. So this, based on these grades, we are obtaining grade points averages, and then we calculate what we call grade point average, that is in terms of SGPA for each semester and cumulatively CGPA. Okay, so this is the overall picture about the performance measurement in case of a student or a candidate. Am I clear about this? So normally, unless you are in CBSE or some other type, normally you're not exposed to this kind of a grading system. You'll always see the marks, no? Basically, okay, for 100 marks, how much is the percentage? 98%, 99%, or 90%. You will speak in terms of that only. But now it is a totally different one. And normally in higher education systems, people prefer to go for grading system rather than absolute mark system. Because as I said, we cannot differentiate between two persons like 97 and 98 or 80 and 81. There is no point in differentiating in that way. So we want to club those students who are secured in a particular range rather than a particular marks. Okay, so therefore, grading, I mean, grade points comes into picture, and grading system comes into picture, and this is how our university has adopted on a scale of 10, okay, for grade point calculation, and the grade point averages are declared in every semester, both SGPA, that is semester grade point average, which refers to that particular semester, and CGPA, taking all into account all the semesters studied so far. Okay, these are the two things which we are going to have reflected in your grade card. Grade cards, as I said, grade card means what? Your marks cards, basically. But there will not be marks, instead we will have the grades. So what we are going to have in grade cards is this. Okay, the grade card appears to be something like this, wherein in that particular semester, you have the list of all the courses which you have attempted, which you are registered and attempted. Okay, and by the side of it, we'll have the credits as well as the grade points and thereby calculation of those grade point averages, grade points. And then grades are also specified at the last column. Okay, so what grade you are saying, whether it is S, A, B, C, D, E, whatever. Okay, so those will be defined within the grade card. And at the bottom, you can see the two lines, last two lines, wherein we are going to specify semester grade point average and cumulative grade point average. That is SGPA and CGPA. Okay, so overall, we are going to have these kinds of things. Okay, so this is one thing, and on the back side of the grade card, you will see how the calculations are. That is why I said don't bother about that, because you will come to know all those calculations, etc. And everything in detail it is given, and the grade card will be issued after the successful completion of that particular semester. Okay, so this is the thing what we are going to have. And in the examinations, many a times, whatever grade you are going to get, you may not be satisfied with that particular grade. You feel that I must get more than what is actually given. Okay. So if that is the case, you have an option for this, what we call photocopy and revaluation. You are all familiar with this, probably in PU also. You have undergone similar kind of thing. You applied for photocopying, seeing the answer script, and then evaluating yourself. And if you are sure that you are going to get, you should get more than what is allocated, then you will apply for revaluation. Almost similar process here also. Okay, so you'll get the PDF copy of the answer script, whatever you have written. You can go through that, and if you feel and if you want, you can apply for revaluation. Of course, all these things have some monetary charges also. Okay, you have to pay and you have to go for that. Okay, and then revaluation will be done, and revaluation results will be announced, and that will be taken into account for the final declaration. Okay, so this process is also available. Very transparent system we have. Okay, if any candidate feels that whatever grade assigned or given is not okay, okay, they can always go for this revaluation process. Okay, and then suppose due to some reason, okay, if you have failed, I don't want you to fail. Okay, everyone should, and it is not a difficult thing in our scheme. I'll tell you later on. Okay, a secret how what is to be done. Here, due to some reason, if you have failed in any subject in semester end examination, you can go for what we call repeater examination. You will be given another chance to qualify in that particular course. Okay, what does it mean? After the, of course, first semester we don't give any repeater exam because you are the first time you are appearing. Okay, second semester onwards, you will have a chance to have the repeater exam of lower semesters. Okay, if you are in second, you will be given first semester. If you are in third, you will be given second as well as first semester courses as repeater examination. So like so on till you reach the last semester, you will get all the chances. So repeater exams are for those who are not successful in semester end examination. Remember this. Okay, you are appeared for the semester examination or you are absent for the semester examination, and therefore you will get another opportunity to clear that course subject, okay, by taking the repeater examination. And that is again along with the semester end examinations only. The next semester, while writing the second semester examination, you will also be given the first semester courses, okay, and you can register for that and you can take the examination. This is when this is possible, when you are eligible to take semester end examination in the first attempt. Okay, and why I am stressing this point? Because there is another thing happens. What is that? You will not be eligible for taking the semester end examination itself. By what? Due to lack of continuous internal evaluation, that is 50% marks, or attendance 85%. Okay, those two you have become not eligible. Okay, so that means you are not you have become not eligible for to appear for the semester end examination itself. Then for that course we don't give repeater exam because you are not eligible. So first you should become eligible. Okay, that is where we are going to provide another thing called which I am going to show you in the next slide. But this repeater exam is only when you are failed. You are eligible for taking semester end examination. You have taken that examination but failed in that particular course, in a specific course. Then you are eligible to take up the repeater examination. Okay, so repeater exams are provided in that way. Okay, and this is what I mean by parallel registration. This is not similar to repeater exam. Okay, this is for those candidates who have become not eligible in a specific course due to shortage of attendance or due to 50% of CIE, lack of, you have scored less than 50% of CIE. So this is not eligible. So when you are not eligible, then you have to register for that course again. Okay, that means what is the meaning? you have to attend the classes again. And you have to take all the events. That is test 1, test 2, and event 2, all those things you have to repeat. Something similar to fresh, you are studying the course in the entire way. Okay, that means all the whatever you are doing for the first time, same thing will be repeated next time. Okay, only thing is you are taking a lower semester subject while you are in a higher semester. That means you are in third semester, but you are also taking first semester subject. That of course you have to discuss with your head of the department, see that availability is there, because it should not clash with your regular timetable. All those things comes into picture. Of course, that will be taken care by the department, okay, head of the department as well as mentors, whoever is responsible for that, they will take care of it. They try to adjust your timetable in such a way that you can attend both. But remember, okay, you need to attend the classes, you need to take up the tests and all those things, and you need to become eligible again for taking up the semester end examination. That is called as parallel registration. Clear? Okay, this is the criteria for parallel registration. Another thing is regarding parallel registration is maximum of 3 subjects at a time, 3 courses at a time. Okay, so I don't think you require this, but if you become not eligible due to some reason, then maximum allowed is 3 courses. Why this limit? Because you are already studying another semester. In the third semester, you already have some couple of courses. Normally 6 to 7 courses will be there in each semester. So in addition to that 6 to 7, you will be having a few more here. So it should not exceed certain thing, because otherwise it becomes a burden to you. And we cannot adjust the timetable and all those issues are there. So that is the reason why we are limiting it to only maximum of 3 courses. Okay. And another thing is, when you are studying in an even semester, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, only even semester courses can be registered. Because we are not offering any odd semester courses during that time, no? Okay, no classes will be conducted for that. So obviously, when you are in even semester courses can be registered parallelly. Or if you are in an odd semester courses can be registered parallelly. That means when you are in third semester, you can register for first. When you are in fifth, you can register for third as well as for first, like that, so on. Okay, so odd and odd, even and even, like that only you can have. One special case in parallel registration is, suppose in earlier semester, in a specific course, you have become eligible from attendance point of view, that is 85%. Okay, you are qualified, let us say you have 90% of attendance, but due to some reason, you are not scored the minimum requirement of CI, that is 50%. Okay, due to that, you have become not eligible to take the semester end examination. So here also you have to register parallelly, but with one exemption. What is that? You need not attend the classes, because you already satisfied that attendance requirement. Okay, so what you need to do is, just you have to take the tests, okay, the events, event 1, 2, 3, and you have to score minimum of 50% to qualify for semester end examination. This is one exceptional case in that parallel registration. Okay, when you have become not eligible only due to CIE. Okay, attendance you are qualified, but CIE only you are disqualified. So in such cases, you can appear only for the tests. You need not attend the classes. But somebody feels, I want to attend the class also, I want to learn, we are not objecting to that. Only thing is, little more fees we are going to charge for that. Okay, so but you can. Some students, they say, because they want to learn again by hearing to the lectures and attending the classes. That is also allowed, but that is not an essential thing if you are disqualified due to shortage of CIE marks alone. Right? Okay. So this is what I mean by parallel registration. Then how do you progress? Progression means what? Okay, you have taken first semester, you have cleared all the subjects, you will move on to the second semester. Again, you have taken all the courses, you have cleared, then third semester, and so on. This is what I mean by progression. Okay, vertical progression means first to second to third to fourth, and so on. What is the criteria here? If you are moving from odd semester to even semester, that means first semester to second semester, third to fourth, fifth to sixth, seventh to eighth, no restriction. You can clear all the subjects and you can move, or you can have all the subjects failed, then also you can move. Okay, but that is not the necessary thing. Okay, you are expected to clear all the subjects. Okay, and move. But as per the regulation, even if you fail in all the courses of odd semester, that is first, third, fifth, seventh, even then you can move to even semester, that is second, fourth, sixth, eighth. But while moving from even to odd, that means if you are moving from second to third, or fourth to fifth, or seventh to eighth, okay, then, sixth to seventh, then comes the problem. What is the problem? Maximum of 20 credits. Okay, what do you mean by 20 credits? I told you in the beginning itself, each course will have credit system, no? Each course will be having 3 or 4 or 2 based on several things. Of course, it is curriculum design. As per the curriculum design, we have the credits. So a specific course, let us say 3 credits. Like that, if you add up all the failed subjects, okay, it should not exceed 20. Not only failed, even absent, not eligible, everything together. Okay, it is not just fail. Okay, you skipped some examination, let us say. That means you are absented yourself from the examination. Then also that will be counted. And you have become not eligible due to internal criteria, internal marks criteria or attendance. That will also be counted. Okay, all those things together, if it exceeds 20 credits, then you will be detained. What do you mean by detained? You cannot progress to the next year. First year to second year to third year. That is not possible. Okay, so maximum you can retain is 20 credits, not more than 20 credits. Even 20.5 is not allowed. Okay, so you lose in a year because of that. Okay, 1 year you are going to lose because you have to clear that, and next year only you have to readmit for the next year. Okay, so that is the criteria. So always remember, okay, try to clear all the subjects. Okay, due to some reason, if you are failing, please note that don't fail in more number of subjects, or don't skip, or don't absent yourself, or don't become not eligible in more number of subjects, because this gate is always there for all the years. Okay, 20 credits, vertical progression, limit of 20 credits. So if it is more than 20 credits, then you lose in a year. So instead of completing your degree in 4 years, you will be completing after that. Okay, that means you can take 5, 6, 7, maximum double the duration. Okay, maximum limit for clearing or getting the degree is double the duration. If your degree is for 4 years, you can have maximum 8 years. If your degree is for 3 years, maximum of 6 years. Okay, so within that you have to qualify for the degree. Otherwise, you are going to lose everything. All your efforts, whatever, you will be called as not fit for technical course. NFTC in short we call it as. Okay, I don't think it is that you will be like that. Okay, you don't face such a kind of problem because easily you can qualify for the final degree award within the stipulated time of 4 years or 3 years, whatever. Okay, definitely you can do. Okay, so but as per the university regulation, it is my duty to inform you. Okay, double the duration. Remember that. Okay, so that is the maximum allowed. Okay. Of course, we have credit system. This, of course, it is not complete. 160 credits for B. Okay, the present scheme. Why I'm saying this is because your seniors are having 175 credits. Now it was a revised scheme. For your scheme, it is, for your just senior, it is 160 credits. And for BCA and BBA, it is 136 credits. Okay, so that is the one what we are, because there says a 3 years course, ours is 4 years course. And also, university, there is a thinking in the university like we need to go for either NEP 2020, adoption of that, okay, national education policy, or state education policy. Either of the two we need to adopt, and we need to, follow those kinds of things. So obviously there, lot of flexibility is defined within those schemes. Okay, and there one person can join, and he can have some number of courses and have some number of credits, and later on he can discontinue temporarily and then continue, something like that. There are many things, but right now we are not implemented in our this one university, but it is there on the this one. Both state government as well as central government, they are insisting on going for these two types of things, NEP 2020 and ACP, that is state education policy. One or the other day, of course, we need to follow those kinds of things for the progress of the university, definitely. So in such cases, this will become more important. Okay. For the time being, don't worry about this, but remember, total credits, what you need to achieve is 160 credits for BE degree in order to qualify for obtaining your degree. Okay. And similarly for BC and BBA students, it is 136 credits. Of course, your curriculum is designed to account for this. Okay. So total credits, if you look at this scheme and syllabus, you will get that kind of a thing. Okay. And our website shows all these details. Of course, it is nothing to do with your batch. Okay, it is for all the old batches. What regulation? Because see, what happens is when the university has started, we have formulated certain regulations, but we cannot stick to that over a period of time, right? Because changes are inevitable. Okay, when the things are going to change, because we started with 200 credits, later on 175 credits, now 160 credits, because of many policies, government policies and our own internal policies. Okay, we need to change ourselves for different things. So accordingly, the regulations are also changed over a period of time. And we have given all this information on the website. Why I am showing this slide is any information related to any specific batch is available on our website. Okay, there is no need for you to search somewhere or approach somebody to know all the details about your scheme of study. So it is available on our website. So that is the reason why I have shown. So till 2024, there was one particular scheme, and now your 2024 scheme onwards, you will have other things. Okay. Duration of the program, already I told you regarding double the duration for completion of your degree, maximum allowed. And of course, this is nothing to do with your work, but what examination section is doing. Okay. We have a lot of things to do, and there is a need for you to participate in all these things. Okay, what is that? We have pre-examination, on the day of examination, and post-examination. This is how we split. Pre-examination means before the examination. Before the examination, you need to satisfy certain things, like already I discussed about the evaluation process, internal evaluation, attendance, and also fee part. Examination fee is paid separately, not included in your regular fees, whatever you already paid. Okay, each semester end, we are going to announce, and at that time, you need to pay examination fee. So this is another requirement for taking up the SCE. To become eligible for SCE, you need to pay the examination fee. Okay, so this is where your role plays. Okay, in time, we'll be announcing in advance, will be given sufficient time, and before due date, please try to pay the fee, otherwise will not be eligible for taking up the semester end examination. Number one. Earlier to that, in each semester, you need to register yourself for that particular semester. What does it mean? Say you have moved to third semester, let us say. Third semester registration will be there. That will be taken care by the department. Okay, in the department, you will be asked to register yourself for that particular, because otherwise, how will be knowing that you are taking the semester and you will be studying in the semester or not? So you need to register yourself. Okay, which are all the subjects available? All those things will be displayed. and you are going to put your signature that you are going to register. And before that, some necessary things are to be satisfied, like paying the year annual fee and all those things that will be verified during your registration. But please remember, don't forget to register yourself for this semester. Unless you register, you will not be considered as a candidate for that particular semester. Okay, so compulsorily you have to register yourself. Okay, that of course will be announced by the university as well as the department. Department faculty and department HOD is going to take care of your registration process. There is a specified procedure for that, specified way of doing the registration, but you have to do that particular thing. Don't forget about that. Okay, so that is pre-examination. That one you need to do. Once this is done, of course, we are going to take care of all other remaining things like checking your eligibility, checking whether you are paid or not, and whether you are eligible or not. And then finally, we'll announce eligibility list for semester end examination. And then only we are going to publish your admission tickets. Admission tickets will be published online through your mobile apps or through web portal. You can download that admission ticket and you can use it directly for entering into examination hall. Okay, so this is the process we are going to on the day of examination. What you need to do on the day of examination, you have to first see that you have appropriate admission ticket wherein all the courses you are eligible will be displayed. Okay, and dates will also be displayed, and whether you are arrived at the university in the proper date and time and for the proper subject, you will make sure that, and then you enter into the examination hall. While doing that, again, I stress again, don't take up any other material other than admission ticket and whatever essential for writing the examination, like pen, pencil, okay, eraser and such things only you take it. No other material is allowed inside. Okay, I will come to that point later. Then post-examination. Of course, post-examination is what? Basically, we are after the evaluation, everything, we are going to announce your results through your portal or through a website. You can look at your result, and once you are satisfied with that, then you can forget about the remaining things. But suppose if you are not satisfied, then there is already I shown that there is a scope for applying for photocopying and revaluation. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. So you can go for applying for PDF seeing and as well as paper seeing and revaluation process. This is where you have to be careful. Means we will be announcing the dates again. Okay. Within the due date, you have to register for that also. Unless you apply for revaluation, we can't. After the due date, if you come and if you approach us, we cannot help it. So that is the reason post-examination, your role is corresponding to this particular thing. Okay. So these are the issues. Okay. And of course, examination section is doing all these activities like pre-examination day, post-examination, evaluation, confidential services like communication, always help. And another important thing is here is in the beginning itself, I told you we are using technology for all our communications. So we are using what we call examination management system in our university, through which we are going to do all this process. Pre, on the day and post, everything is done, everything is computerized here. So everything will be communicated or whatever process it is going to happen on a system and a software, what we call examination management system. So we are having, and all these activities are going to be performed in the examination. Related to you, the most important thing is you will be having a app, web portal is this. On the website, through your laptop or desktop, you can enter through this particular thing. The URL is given at the bottom, studentportal.universitysolutions.in. That is where you can enter. You will be given credentials to log in. Okay, your sign-in credential as well as password. That will be given to you at a later stage. You can use those things and you can enter into the portal and you can see all the details relevant to examination. Whatever is required, everything we are providing over the portal. Okay, so this is one way of entering into that. And the other, of course, once you enter into that, what you are going to see is all the details. Of course, it is not very clear here, but remember your profile, your personal data means your name, your father's name, okay, your address, everything will be there. And in addition to that, whatever other subjects you are registered, means which semester you are registered, all the courses will be displayed at the bottom. And if you are already qualified in a semester, all those details are also going to be seen on the this one. Okay, so complete you related to one particular person, whatever is relevant, okay, as far as the university and examination is concerned, those details will be displayed over here. Okay, this is one way of going through web. The other one is your smartphone app. Okay, so either Android or both Android as iOS app is available. You can download and install this particular application on your phones, and then you can use that for accessing the information. Okay, convenient way of accessing it. We are all familiar with that, and you are more intelligent in using all these things. So definitely you can make use of these things, and you'll get the result also on the app. You can see your result, okay, your grades, everything can be done through the apps itself. And also you can apply for the revaluation and all those things through app also, but preferably we insist on web portal. Okay, there are certain things which I'm going to let you know later on at a later stage when it is required. Okay, but both are available. Our web portal is also available, and app is also available for accessing exam-related information. Okay, our section-related information. Okay, and just to let you know how much time I have. Already over. Okay, I'll take another 5 minutes time, probably. Just to let you know that how transparent our system is. Okay, there should not be any ambiguity, okay, and any doubts in your mind. That is the reason why I'm showing this digital valuation system. What is this DVS means? Digital valuation system means whatever you are going to write in the answer script, that will be scanned, converted into a PDF file, and that file will be given to evaluator, wherein they cannot see your registration number, register number, or we call it as university seat number, USN, which will be a unique ID for each and every student. So they cannot see USN, they cannot see any other detail relevant connected with the student. What does it mean? Evaluator will not be knowing whose answer script I am evaluating. Okay, so it is that kind of a thing. Okay, so it is completely hidden. Okay, only they'll see your answer script without your details. Okay, so that way it is done. Okay, this is the process what we are using: cutting, scanning, and then see this is the right side one is the evaluator's page. I mean, where on the desktop they are seeing your PDF file and they are evaluating, and the marks will be entered by the side of that. Okay, so there will be a side screen wherein they are going to enter the mark. The why I'm saying this is another important thing is many times what happens, you'll come. I mean, you might feel that there might be a mistake in the total. Okay, because normally it will be running through 12 to 15 questions. Okay, so each paper. So obviously when you add all those 12 to 15 questions marks, they might commit some mistakes, no? So no such things are going to happen because it is completely digital. In the sense, just we are entering the marks for a particular question. System is going to take care of all those. It will automatically sum up all those things, including leaving the choices. Sometimes we have the choices also in the question paper. I mean, why sometimes? All the time. Okay. Every question paper will have two parts, part A and part B. Part A is compulsory, part B will have choices. Okay. So when we have choices, suppose you attended both the choices together. Okay. Then you will be given, say, let us say 8 marks in one choice. Another choice is, say, for 6 marks. It will take 8 automatically. Higher of the two. Okay, giving advantage to you. Okay, so like that, all the things are built into the system. Okay, so no manual intervention here. automatically everything will be taken care. So thereby, don't have any sort of things in your mind that there might be some calculation mistake or addition mistake or choice selection mistake. No such things are possible here. Okay, so everything is completely automated. So DVS is going to take care of that. Okay, because initially we are going to give the pattern of the question paper. Once the evaluator starts evaluating, they'll simply enter only the marks for the respective questions, and then it will be calculated, added, and choice is selected appropriately based on the things. Okay, so that way it is very transparent, and also, as I said, no information about the candidate. Okay, unless a very sharp examiner who can remember your handwriting and then saying that, that is highly impossible, because we are not distributing one class answer scripts to one particular examiner. Those who are taught in the class need not evaluate that particular subject. Because first year is common subjects, no? All the 800 scripts will be distributed to several examiners, not in sequence, it will be in random. Okay, so thereby nobody can identify that a particular script belongs to a particular student. That is not possible. Such kind of transparency is there in our system. Clear? Okay. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಅಂತೀರಾ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ ತಂದೆ ಬಯಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ನನ್ನ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರು. That cannot happen. Okay, remember this. And this is the type of answer script what you are going to get. May not be very clear, you'll see. But here what I want to say is, at least once in your lifetime, please read those instructions. Whatever is given on the right side of the thing. That is on the front page, on the back side of the front cover, instructions are printed. Please go through that carefully. First time itself, in the first semester, first subject, please read. Because after the first bell, before commencement of your writing the answer, there will be 10 minutes gap. During that 10 minutes, please try to read all these instructions, try to understand, because you need to follow 100% these instructions in the examination hall. You cannot say, I didn't know all those things. Nobody will accept, because instructions are printed on each and every answer script. Okay, so therefore it is your responsibility, your duty to go through these instructions. If you want, we can share this also on the web. Before going to the examination, it is already there. Okay, you can go through that and you can understand what is to be followed within the examination hall. Okay, why I insisted that? Because of this. Okay, we are totally against this malpractice. Okay, so don't indulge yourself into any kind of malpractice activity while writing the examination, while facing the examination. Consequences will be very severe. Okay, we don't entertain, we don't accept any, we don't give any excuses for your fault in terms of malpractice within the examination hall. And remember, you will be checked not by just our invigilator alone, our examiner alone. There will be a squad consisting of people from outside the university, from different institutions, including law college, legal experts. They are going to visit as squad members. Each and every room they are going to visit. They are going to check each and every student. Okay, and then if they find anything, okay, unrelated to the examination, related or unrelated, whatever material, okay, like cheats or any other material, or smartphones or your smart watches, okay, no electronic gadgets are around. That is why I told you, read all those instructions. Everything is given there. Okay, don't indulge in that. You will be booked under malpractice if they found any type of such material. Okay, so if they find it, they will simply report it to, because we will not be there. Okay, they are going to report to us regarding your malpractice. You lose that examination, and also you need to represent yourself in front of a committee at a later stage, wherein your penalties will be decided based on the severity of your malpractice. It could be some fine or losing one or two examinations or debarring from 1 year itself or 1 semester itself. Okay, everything is there. Malpractice issues are clearly defined as a regulation, which is available again on the website. Please go through that. So don't try to indulge yourself into any of such activities. I know you're all good students, but sometimes you are tempted to do such kinds of things. But don't do it. Okay, if somebody is doing, try to avoid that also. Try to tell him also, okay, not to do. But yourself don't indulge in any time. And also, in addition to that, helping others. Hey, ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Never go do such things. Okay, the consequences are very serious. Not just these kinds of things. You may not be allowed to appear for placement things. This information will be passed on to placement officer. Then obviously, is he going to allow you for the placement activity? No. And this information will also be passed on to the principal. Who is he going to give you a satisfactory kind of character certificate or good character certificate? These are the consequences. And if it is printed on your grade card as MP, malpractice, what they think in future, your employers. Okay, all these issues are there, very serious in nature. Okay, so therefore, at least try to remember your own kids later on in future. What they will see, if they see your grade card having MP, okay, what they will think. Just try to imagine. And also remember, today you are all here because of your parents' effort, sacrifices. Okay, in the Freshers' Day, both the speakers are told how much of sacrifice your parents have done. Is it not? Don't cheat them. For their sake, at least, you should not indulge in any of these activities. Okay? Otherwise, see, it hurts so much for them when they see their kids are doing such a kind of illegal, unethical activity. Okay? Don't do this. After all, what is the maximum consequence if you don't write the examination properly? Fail, that's all, no? Nothing else more than that. You are going to fail in that subject. Or you might be scoring less in that subject. Nobody expects you to score S in every subject. Okay, even if you score D, E, nothing wrong in that. But this is a wrong thing. Okay, don't do that. Right? Okay, so why I'm saying is, we are seeing the students who are suffering because of such kind of activity. Okay, I don't want to see anybody of you to face such type of consequences. These are the common things. You will say, I forgot. I written on my hand, but I forgot to remove that before coming to the exam. Is your hand is the rough work paper? And then look at the other one. Writing here. I really don't understand. Sometimes written on leg. How can they see that written on the leg and then copy the things? I need to learn many things from you. Okay. And calculator covers. Always before entering the examination hall, please look at, because many times students say, this is not my calculator, I borrowed from some other person and he has written it. Because we can't accept such kind of excuses. Okay, it is your responsibility. See, clear, make it clear. Otherwise, you don't bring that kind of a calculator at all. Whatever is, if it is something is written on that calculator, even if it is irrelevant to your examination, it is not the reason. We'll book it as a malpractice only, whether it is connected to your scores or not. Okay. Okay. So please, that is the most important aspect. Whatever you know, you write it. And I told you, no, the secret is, it is very easy to pass our examination. Remember, because the whatever amount of effort you are putting in your PU classes, those who are actually practiced, okay, not even 25% of that effort is required here to pass our examinations. Because this is a semester examination, you will have only couple of courses and only it is covered in 16 weeks. You can understand how much is the portion, okay? And in that, our own faculty members, they are teaching. They will only be conducting the question, they will only framing the question paper. They will only evaluating your answer script. Everything is our own system, okay? When that is the case, is it difficult to pass? And how much we are expecting? 40 out of 100. Is it so difficult to score? Okay, those are the things. Definitely. And normally each course, as I know, there will be 5 units. And all the 5 units will be distributed equally. That means even if you thoroughly prepare for 3 units, it is good enough to score 60 marks. Okay, so there is no necessity to go for such type of shortcut methods. Okay, don't do that. And even same thing applies to practical also. Practical examinations will be there. And I don't understand the attitude, because in practical examinations, normally there will be maximum of 10 experiments conducted throughout the semester. 10 programs or something like that, close to that, maybe plus or minus. Is it difficult to learn the 10 experiments and to attempt 1 or 2 which will be asked in the examination? Is it necessary to do the copying or using some shortcut techniques like this? Never do this, right? Convocation at the end of your degree. Every year we are conducting the convocation to award the degree for successfully completed candidates. Okay, so it is a major event in our university, because degree awarding is the major major objective of the university. So we practice that. So I should see in next 4th year, you are all receiving your degree during the convocation, right? That means you have to complete your degree within 4 years, when stipulated time. Okay, that is 4 years if it is BE. Okay, and then in the convocation, we also award gold medals in each branch or each program. Okay, first rank holder will receive this gold medal on the dais. It's a very, very proud moment for you as well as for your parent and for us also. Aim for this. Okay, first rank holder will get the gold medal. In addition to that, many people have constituted what we call endowment medals. Okay, those who are first rank or second rank, or some criteria they are defined. Okay, the donors are defined some criteria. Based on that, many gold medals are there with endowment, what we call endowment medals, and you may be one to receive that endowment medal also. Aim for these kinds of things. Don't aim for minimum, okay, qualifying marks or getting into a CE and then passing with E grade. No such things. You can definitely aim for high, and it is easy to achieve also. It's not a very difficult thing when compared to your efforts in your earlier classes. We already conducted 7. Of course, 7th is not there here, the photo. Okay, 7 convocations are where is that? Upcoming. No. Okay, anyway. Right. Okay. Then this is our website, jssstuniv.in. Right? And then this is the website wherein you find all the examination related information. Examination drop down is there, in drop down menu. In that you'll get all the information. And all these, whatever I told you, like policies, regulations, of course, some of the things I have skipped, but in detail, everything is available on our examination website. And all these things, of course, you can get applications, etc. I don't want to discuss this thing. This is our examination section in the same building, 3rd floor, university offices. Exam section is there. That is the entry to that examination section. entry restricted because of the things you know. Okay, examination is always considered to be confidential. Okay, so thereby entry restricted. You have to approach a receptionist who is there in the university reception counter. You have to give the sheet regarding your details and what you want to know. Okay, if it is feasible, we'll call you inside. Otherwise, we'll give the answer directly from there itself. Right? So this is the kind of thing. And we three of us are managing here. My colleague, Professor Anupama Sundar, who is Deputy Controller of Examination, and our assistant, Professor Abhinandan, Assistant Registrar for Examinations. We three of us are managing the show in the examination section, along with other family members of our examination section. We are all taking care of all your examination related activities, and we try to see that every student feels happy about the activities associated with the examination. That is our motto, our objective, to guide you and to provide you all the facility required as and when it is needed. Okay, so don't be hesitant to reach us at any time for any of your clarifications. But that doesn't mean that as and when you want, you cannot walk into our section. Okay, be professional, and whatever you want, you can definitely approach. Okay, but normally we have a set of procedures. Okay, first of all, you need to approach your faculty member or head of the department. Through them, you need to send any detail what you want to know. Okay, and all other details are available on our website. Okay, so with this, I'll wind up. I don't expect any questions, but still I'm asking. Okay, I know this is the first time you are entering into this kind of an environment, ecosystem. So obviously, okay, you'll may not be understanding thoroughly the complete scenario, and that is not our aim also. Just to give overall picture about what examination is in a university system for a technical program. Okay, so this is the overall picture, and if you come across any queries, you are most welcome to ask me if you want now, or otherwise, as I said, you can definitely approach any of the three of us here or the examination faculty staff who are there in the university. So thank you all. I'm sorry I took more time.
I know. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of Induction Program Committee and JSS Science and Technology University, I once again thank you for delivering the talk on important information regarding the examination regulations. Also, I thank Deputy Controller of Examination Anupama ma'am and Abhinandan, Assistant Registrar Examination, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Up next, we have very brief, short sessions. I'm delighted to invite Dr. Tanu, Associate Professor and Head of the Department, Construction Technology and Management, and Deputy Warden of our University Hostel. Let us extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Ma'am. Ma'am. ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಟೋಕನ್ ನೀವು
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good afternoon, everyone. At the outset, I offer my respectful pronouns to lotus feet of His Holiness Swamiji and seek his divine blessings on this occasion. I am Dr. Tanu, Head Department of CTM and Deputy Warden of HJC JSS STU Boys Hostel. My dear young friends, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to this new chapter of your life. First and foremost, congratulations each one of you for making it here. Today, I have a privilege to introduce you to your home away from the home, our hostel facilities, which will be a space for learning, laughter, friendship, and yes, sometime late night session. Our boys hostel accommodates up to 750 students, and our girls hostel provides accommodation for 400 students. Whether you are from the city or a small town, whether it is first time you are living away from the home or you are already an experienced hostelite, we have designed both the hostel be more comfortable, safe, and welcoming as possible. Importantly, both the hostels are strictly ragging-free zones to ensure that it's a team of senior professor from various departments of university will visit the hostel during night times on all 7 days of the week. Both boys and girls hostel offer the same modern facilities, including 24 bar 7 high, high speed Wi-Fi connectivity throughout the premises, 24 bar 7 to hot water for comfortable shower, regardless of the season. Well-maintained hostel mess specializing in South Indian cuisine, freshly prepared daily, fluffy idlis, crispy dosas, authenticated sambars, filter coffee, tea, and milk. RO filter, drinking water dispenser providing hot, cold, and normal temperature water. Washing machine facilities on payment basis. In case of any health emergency, 24/7 vehicle arrangements are made promptly. So important guidelines on the smooth stay. So there are some do's and don'ts. So do's goes like this: keep your rooms and surroundings clean. A clean space leads to a clear mind. Respect your roommates and fellow hostel mates. We all come from diverse background. Follow hostel timings and attend roll calls as instructed. Reach out the wardens or staff for help. We are here to support you. Visit us regularly, not just when there's a problem. More oftenly, students who do that. We encourage you to come, share your ideas, participate in the activities, events, or simply have a chat. This strengthens hostel community and makes your stay more enjoyable. So there are don'ts: no loud music or disturbance during quiet hours, smoking, drinking, or any form of substances abuse is strictly prohibited. Avoid damaging hostel property. Respect the space you live in. Unauthorized guests are not allowed inside the hostel premises. So these are the don'ts. There are some more don'ts, so which is already there in the website. You can go through that website. So living in the hostel is a unique experience that teaches you independence, friendship, and self-discipline. You will form a bond that lasts for a lifetime, learn beyond the classroom, collect stories you will cherish forever. So this is all about the hostel. Now, I'm coming to the SJC Cooperative Society. On behalf of Dr. P. Mallu, Vice Principal, Honorary Secretary of SJC Cooperative Society, I'm sharing this information. So here I'm happy to share our SJC Cooperative Society located near Swamiji statue on the way to the boys hostel has been running successfully for past 60 years. It provides good quality materials at a reasonable price needed by our students. First, and for the first year students, we provide a kit containing all the necessary materials, that is study materials, manual books, record books, sketchbooks, blue books, notebooks, and drawing books, and so on, required for the academic year, and the cost of this kit is rupees 2,500. And it is available, that is from yesterday, that is 16 September onwards at the society. So for any queries related to the society, so you can visit the office of Vice Principal. So once again, a warm welcome to JSS family. We wish you a successful, a safe, and joyful stay at JSS STU Mysore. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for guiding our students with useful information. On behalf of Induction Program Committee and JSS Science and Technology University, we sincerely thank you for highlighting the important facilities and guidelines for our hostelites. Thank you, sir. We have two more very brief sessions, short sessions. Next, I will go on. Now, I have the pleasure of inviting Dr. S.P. Shivaprakash, Professor and Head of the Department, Information Science and Engineering, JSS Science and Technology University. I warmly welcome you, sir. Sir, one talk. Dr. Shivaprakash will be briefing the students on the scholarship facilities available at our university. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Submitting my humble pranams to the lotus feet of His Holiness and seeking the blessings. I welcome you all for the SIP. So, I'll be briefing you about the scholarship opportunities that we have in our university. So, in fact, so we have various scholarship schemes. One is Social Welfare Department for CST, Tribal Welfare Department, Backward Classes, OBC, Department of Minority Welfare, Department of Technical Education, Defense, AICT Pragati, AICT Swanat, AIT Saksham, and we have DHS and SKF. So to begin with, what is the process that is involved? Initially, the university will upload the bona fide students list to the portal, where all the registered students' data will be uploaded. Once it is uploaded from the university, the student should be able to submit their application. So while submitting an application, they have to follow around some 5 steps where they have to upload their educational details and also a few certificates, in cash and income certificates, everything has to be uploaded. Once that process is completed, students are supposed to submit the acknowledgement of the receipt of the application having the application number to our scholarship section. Okay. So once it is done, further, earlier there was a process of institution level verification. Now, for this institution level verification will happen only for the NSP. See, there are two kinds of schemes. One is state scholarship and another is national scholarship portals. You will be able to upload the documents to both SSP or NSP depending on the set of schemes that you are trying to apply. So once it is done, after institution level verification, there will be a state, the taluk or a district level of verification that will happen. Once it is ready, the bank details that you have provided, which has been linked with the Aadhaar, will be used to send or sanction the amount. It's a push to DBT, a direct beneficiary transfer. So this is the process that will be followed from the application submission to the sanctioning of scholarship. Okay. So let's go about each schemes, all right? So what is the eligibility and also the documents that are required for this? For social welfare department, where the category, the caste has to be SC, it should be less than 2.5 lakh income, and this is applicable for any courses. So the document required are the caste and income certificate, Aadhaar card of student as well as parent, then USN, and if you have hostel fees details. Similarly, for tribal welfare, okay, again the same eligibility criteria holds good. Okay, then you have backward classes welfare department, category 1. Okay, so where again 2.5 less than 2.5 lakh income. Okay. So here also 3 important documents that you are supposed to submit. Okay. Then for minority welfare, this is with respect to the minorities like Muslims, Christians, Jains, 6 Parsis, right? So income has to be less than 2.5 lakh, and where one important additional document is the NSP ID. So it means before applying this, you are supposed to create an NSP ID. And also for this scholarship, you are supposed to give a biometric authentication also. Okay. So the office is located near Bani Mantap. Okay. There is a, from Mysore to Bangalore Road, there is a minority office. All the applications will be processed by the department. Okay, you are supposed to provide your details there. Okay, and we have DT also, right? Where the courses are. I mean, this scholarship is eligible for both KEA CET admissions only. Okay. And of course, we have to provide the documents like caste and income certificate, Aadhaar card, and recent family income certificate also must be provided for this. And you have a defense scholarship where you are supposed to provide the service certificate from the defensing authority. This is the Pragati scholarship only for girls of an AICT scheme, where the students are admitted at the entry level, first year or second year, AICT approved institution. Okay, so the kind of condition here is the maximum 2 girl children per family. Okay, not more than that, and family income should be less than or equal to 8 lakh per annum. Okay, so the document and this scheme, since it is an AICT scheme, this has to be applied through NSP portal. And similarly, there is an one more AICT scheme, Swanat, right, where which is for an orphan or an parents those are died due to COVID-19. So or wards of armed forces, where the family income is less than or equal to 8 lakhs per annum. And of course, you are supposed to provide a valid income certificate. Okay. Again, this has to be applied to NSP. Then you have Saksham, right, AICT scheme, where the students admitted to the first year and also the lateral entry students, right, specially able student with a disability greater than 40%. Okay, and family income should be less than or equal to 8 lakh per annum. Okay. So again, income proof should be uploaded through NSP. This is a very interesting scholarship that has been provided at our university, DHS. Okay, where socio-economically weaker section who are studying in a technical education will be provided for them. So here the condition is they should obtain more than 75% in PUC or 12th, more than 65% in the last 2 semesters. One important condition is there should not be any backlogs. Okay, and the family income should be less than 3.5 lakh, which is applicable for all the students pursuing in technical educations. Okay, so the process is what they do is they once you submit an application, the screening will happen for this application. Later, the selected identified applications, they will be calling for an interview. 1-to-1 interview will happen. Once the interview is over, home visits will happen. So this is done by a third party. Okay, so they will visit your home. They will check or verify all the data that you have provided matches with the existing. Okay, so it's a one-time support of amount 40,000. Which covers books, fees, and education-related expenses, right? Again, this will be distributed through bank account only, okay? So, where this DHS as a partner with the United Way Bengaluru as well as Delivery Health Solutions, okay? This is one program. And second one is the SKF Girls Scholarship Project, okay? So this SKF is a supporting partner for us, okay, where the objective is to empower the girls who has economically weaker section, right? So in fact, the rationale is most of the students are facing financial barriers, so this will benefit them to enhance the economic and social status, okay. So selection criteria is again One is academic performance, okay, then the financial need, and there is a form that will be provided to you while submitting the application for you, which has fields where you are supposed to fill complete details. So for that, you are supposed to provide an academic records, income certificate, and there is a list of documents, the supportive documents that you are supposed to provide for them. So again, once the application is submitted, there will be a screening and verification process. After that, the final selection list will be announced. Okay. So usually we do conduct. Right now we have conducted many programs at our university itself in the boardroom. Okay. So where the certificates, the trophies, and badges will be distributed, and the logistics arrangements, everything will be taken care by the university itself. Okay. So this is about our scholarship, and we have a very good team. So Professor Arun Kumar, Arun YC, he'll be coordinating the activities, and also we have in the scholarship section in the main building, right? Mr. Naveen, okay, Malashri, and also Prashant. Right? This is our team. You can find them at the head office, and also Professor and myself will be always available. I'll be sitting at the Department of ISC and CSPS. Okay, so you can contact us anytime. Okay, so for further details, please make a note of the contact details. Right, feel free to contact us. We are here to support you. Right, if you face any kind of problem, please approach us. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for guiding the students with very essential information on scholarships. On behalf of Induction Program Committee and JSS Science and Technology University, we sincerely thank you for highlighting the various scholarship facilities and guidelines that will benefit our students. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now we have the last session. The next speaker is Mr. Vijay MB, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, JSS Science and Technology University, and Nodal Officer, Anti-Ragging Cell of our university. I warmly welcome you, sir. Vijay, sir. Vijay, sir. I warmly welcome you, sir. Thank you. But it won't be visible to other people. Yes.
Yeah, answer your attendance. 1.
Answer your attendance. Live is live. Live.
Okay, please answer your attendance. Serial number 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Eighty-five, 86, 87, 88, 88, 89, 90. That is after this session.
The next speaker, Mr. Vijay MB, will be sharing crucial information regarding anti-ragging squad and important guidelines related to anti-ragging. This is a matter of utmost importance to ensure a safe, respectful, and inclusive environment for all students on our university campus. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Okay. Can you hear me? Audible? Yeah. So, good afternoon, students. Okay. Faculty members and respected members presented here. So, first of all, I would like to welcome all of you for JSS STU Mysore campus. So, I hope all of you are doing good, well, and feeling comfortable. Yes or no? Comfortable? Not here. Hostel, outside this seminar hall. Feeling fine? Huh? Okay. Because why I'm asking this is because this comfortable is there, no? Especially for you, this is very, very important. For you as well as us. Okay? Since you are first year students, okay, so naturally what happens is you will be feeling excited, okay, so you will be lost somewhere and also you'll be feeling nervous, right, because this is a new environment. So obviously, naturally, so all these things will be happen. So that's why comfortable is very, very important, and also your safety and how secure you are. So you are in one of the prestigious campus in the nation. Do you know JSSSTU? Huh? Okay. So why I'm telling this safe and secure and comfort, because it is related to what? Again, the ragging thing. So I hope all of you have knowledge about ragging thing, right? Huh? I've seen in the films, reels, etc. Blah blah blah. So all of you are having idea about the ragging, right? Okay, nice. So this campus, we give very importance to students. Okay? Safety of the students, and students are valued and inspired. So I think you already know about the university. Okay? Why this university is famous for innovation, excellence, and respect. Okay? Now, directly going to the next thing, the important thing is, now, what is ragging? Why we are concerned about, especially about this ragging? Okay, now what is ragging? You can see here. What is that? It is an act of what? Harassment. Okay, so what are the different forms or other forms of ragging you have? Verbal, physical, psychological. So what are this now? So any form of harassment, teasing, bullying, or humiliation. Okay, this is one of the form of what? Ragging. Second thing is, if anybody is forcing you or somebody to do something which is against their will. Okay, so this is also one of the form of ragging. And mentally, physically, or even online or the social media harassment. Okay, so I think all of you are aware, because most of you are in social media platform. So daily we will be seeing that, right? Okay, so this is also a form of harassment or a ragging. Okay, why this ragging is so harmful? See, generally what happens is, there is a myth. What? If we do ragging, we'll become strong. Or if we do ragging, our bond will become so strong. Is it true? It's a myth. Okay? So generally, what happens is ragging causes anxiety, isolation, trauma, or even sometimes it will create a scars in your lifetime. Okay? And it will destroy the trust between the seniors and the juniors, generally between students. And also it spoils the image of the university and your career too. Okay? Now, suppose if ragging happens, next what? Okay? So there are certain legal policies which are done by UGC, Regulation 2009. So across the nation, in every campus, there is a organization or a body called as anti-ragging cell. Okay? So, ragging is not a disciplinary issue. It is what? It is a crime under Indian law. Okay? It's a crime. So, what are the punishments for that? Those who are involved in ragging. Okay? So, it might lead to suspension or expulsion from the university. And also, there might be a police cases or legal consequences and debarment from scholarships or further placements. So all these policies are made from the UGC Regulation Act according to 2009. Okay. Now, next thing is anti-ragging cell at what? JSS STU. So in our campus, we have a anti-ragging cell, and myself, I am the nodal officer for that. And this cell contains a committee, anti-ragging committee. Okay, so I'll show you the committee. Okay, so this is the committee members, and our honorable VC is the chairman for this committee, followed by registrar, principal, hostel wardens, student affairs and alumni engagement dean, physical director, hostel wardens, estate officer, student welfare officer, myself, and last you can see the 11th one, representative from a police station. Okay, even a police officer is what? A member of this committee. Okay, because when there are some legal issues or any other inputs from the department, police department, so for those scenarios or those cases, we have a representative from a police station. Okay, any police officer. And next thing is, in the universities or in the campus, I think you have already observed, for each and every step, you can find what? The anti-ragging signboards. Have you observed? Okay? Yeah. So there you can find the helpline numbers and the mail IDs. At any time, that is 24/7, if you find any case of problems or issues, whatever the things it may be, which are related to ragging, just you can what? Inform or call to that number. Okay? Okay, so this is a squad. I think it's not visible to you. So we have a anti-ragging squad also. Okay? So what is the role of this squad is, generally they will be visiting the entire campus, including your hostel, departments, canteens, entire campus. Each and every corner they will be visiting anytime. So they will be monitoring the students for the safety and what? Comfortness of especially freshers. Okay. Now, the main and the important thing is, what is role of first year students now? What is your role now? The main thing is, in the campus, if anybody starts interacting with you, don't think that what as ragging. Okay, yeah? Suppose if seniors or any of your friends, if they call you and if they start asking you what's your name, where are you from, which college, or what's your hobby, can you sing, then this happens, right? Okay, at those times, don't think or consider everything as a rag. So this is only an interaction. Okay. So that's why your roles is also very, very important as a fresher. So if seniors approach you, you have right to what? You can be treated with respect and dignity. Okay. And you can refuse any act that makes you uncomfortable. And suppose if any inappropriate incident happens, directly you can report it. Okay, so these are the what? Some of the major important roles of freshers. At the same time, you should be open-minded with respect to positive interaction. Why this is important now? Interaction. Okay, are you aware of clubs in JSS STO campus? Technical clubs, cultural clubs, sports, other events, hackathon. Okay, if you don't interact, again, what will happen? You can't share your knowledge. Okay, so again, you must be should have a what? Positive interaction, kind of what? Behavior. So at last, to make the campus safe, okay, the university faculty and senior students are here to support you, not to scare you. Okay, so you will get what? Utmost support from each and everybody. So till date, for your information, there is no ragging case in our campus. I am in campus from 2003. I have not seen any of the ragging case. Zero ragging case. That means that you are in safe place. Nothing to worry. Okay, so once again, I'll welcome all of you to JSS STU. So wish you all the best for your journey. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay sir, for sensitizing our students with this crucial information. On behalf of Induction Program Committee and JSS Science and Technology University, thanks, sir. We express our gratitude to you for stressing the importance of anti-ragging measures and assuring a secure and inclusive campus for all. Thank you, sir. So thank you all for being attentive and enthusiastic throughout the day. Tomorrow we will gather once again in the same venues for the sessions. Please make sure to be on time. Wishing you all a pleasant evening. Thank you one and all. Thank you. Yeah, the venues will be informed in the respective WhatsApp groups. Okay, your venues where you have to go and sit, all those things will be informed through WhatsApp group. Thank you. And ma'am will take remaining attendance.
Number 91. 92, 93, 94,